use it anywhere.
So before I go, so I need to go somewhere. I just want to do something. I want to help you on how to study programming because it's a different field and it's clearly different from like studying biology, studying science as a whole. It's different, and I love how it is different. So first things first is you need to decide what programming language you want to study. Just decide, because nevertheless what you learn from that programming language that you chose, it can still be applied to any other programming languages out there. And after deciding, find the documentation of that programming language. And I recommend W3 schools for that. I mean, it's not really the original documentation for a programming language, but they are a big help when you want to learn a programming language. I personally did not use it when I started to learn programming, but now when I forget about something, then W3 schools is the first thing that comes to mind. They provide clear examples and explanations of the syntax of certain programming languages. I mean, they have a lot, from Python to JavaScript to C programming, C++, C# to SQL, everything. Not everything, but most of the programming language, you can learn it there. And what you need to do with that tab that you just opened is just leave it there. So you can go ahead and check up on it if you want to search something. And after that, personally for me, if I am learning a programming language, I want to code directly. First would make a program that would, just a simple program, just to test the programming language. There are important elements that I program first: basic arithmetic operations, taking user input and outputting them as well, and how to declare variables. That's it. I think these are the first set of things that you need to learn when learning an unfamiliar language. And after that, after I tested the waters of the new programming language, I code for a minimum of 30 minutes every single day. Just do it, man. I'm very consistent of saying this. I had 2 vlogs saying that code every day, just code every day. Because that was what I've been missing for the first year and a half of my college life. And honestly, I think you can never be a software developer if you cannot code most days of the week. Even just for a bit will do. And I said 30 minutes because I think it's the most optimal time. I mean, these are not backed up by some research, okay? But for me, I think I started with 30 minutes every day, and I think it's the very optimal way for me to stay consistent, because the important thing is to stay consistent. Not to insert 2 hours every day and not to force yourself to code 2 hours every day, because I think that for me, when starting to learn a programming language, is just unrealistic. And at some point when you do the 30-minute everyday coding challenge, you'll say, I think I want to code more. I think I could do more coding for today. And then you'll get excited of learning something and you get more curious. And then the last thing you know, you're a professional programmer. I mean, you're a master in programming. I think this is the shift of being a normal person to a programmer. So welcome to the club, man. Okay, I didn't say I'm a master programmer, okay? I'm still a rookie when it comes to programming, and I still need to learn more. And after you get more curious and you've learned the basics of that programming language, waste no time and learn a framework. If you decided on learning JavaScript, go ahead and move on to web development. You have a lot of options, but just a suggestion, you know. And if you decided on learning Python, you have data science, machine learning, game development, I guess, because I've tried it. The options are there once you start learning the basics of a programming language. One important thing also, if you decided on a framework, please read the documentation and let the documentation help you. Documentations are very useful for us programmers because the people behind the programming language or framework will put all the necessary things you need to learn to implement that technology. And remember, a good programmer will always read a documentation. After that, along with the framework you chose, build a project, dude. Use YouTube, YouTube, fuck's sake. Any other platforms out there that could aid you in making a project. I do apologize for my dog. This is also useful for you because you're starting to build your portfolio as early as now. You can even follow along a YouTube video, but please make sure to take your time, and if you want to copy and paste a code, which you can do By the way, just make sure that you understand all of it. And at this phase, I think you can code an hour every day. I mean, it's easy for you now when you are in this phase, because when learning a framework, it takes time. Really, it takes time. So I said earlier to code every day. I take it back. Code most days of the week, then have a day off. For me, I choose Saturdays. It's Saturday now, and no programming at all. Nothing. Watch anime, movies, read a book, and it's also my second rest day of the week when it comes to working out. I have this day at my disposal to be lazy, man. It's important also to relax your mind and your physical body, of course, when you hustle every day of the week just to blow up steam. So that's it for today. It was just a quick vlog. Make it as a guide, I think, to start learning how to program. I'll see you on the next vlog. Bye bye.